Alrighty, we are live. Let me go ahead and send a notification out to some people to let them know that I am now officially live. Y'all, we about to talk about it. we gonna have the conversation today. Woo! All right. All right, let's get this going. It's something about, let me see, did I do that right? There we go. All righty, folks. I don't know why on Instagram, so I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm live on Instagram, but it's saying practice. I don't know why it's saying that. But y'all, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it today. I'm hoping, I hope I don't mess it up for y'all. If you have not seen the movie Leave the World Behind, I'm going to give some information on it. That's why I put inside the description box. Make sure that you check that movie out. Make sure you check that movie out. Make sure I do that. Let me see. All right, folks. So we up here. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Let's talk about it. I'm about to pull my little notebook out. All right. Y'all, this conversation gonna be so good. Let me tell you what I have done. And if you need to step away for a moment, get what you need. Look, I got my little green drink. Extra bottle. Let me turn it this way because the people ain't paying me nothing. Extra bottle of water. If they were paying me, I would show who it is. Got me some popcorn. Now, let me tell you something. Who put me onto this? Hot sauce on popcorn. Wendy Williams. I know. I was watching Wendy Williams, I want to say about 2 years ago. I was watching the show. Probably should not have been. But anyways. And you know how they do like the end of the video type thing or whatever? You know, at the end of the segment, they show her going to the back or whatever. And, she's taking her shoes off, relaxing and all this other stuff. We never seen her take that wig off, though. But she actually had some cheese popcorn and she put hot sauce on it. And I was like, that's just a greedy girl thing. That's just nasty. I tried it one day with my butter popcorn and it is the absolute bomb. So I just put y'all onto something by way of Wendy Williams. All right, y'all, we're going to talk about it. Let's get right on into it. Okay. Let me turn this music off because it's throwing me off. Okay. Question for y'all. When you looked at the movie, Leave the World Behind, when you looked at the movie, the very first scene that you saw, now mind you, this came out, when did this movie come out? I saw it about a month and a half ago. So it may have been like 2 months ago that it came out or whatever. And my brother put me onto it. My brother, Jonathan, he put me onto it. He was like, Toy, you need to see this movie. And I was like, all right, I'll check it out. It took me about a good week to actually do it. One day I was bored. I said, okay, let me check it out. People, there were some things that happened in that movie that already had me kind of like, And I have not been able to confirm this, but I've heard this from different people that this movie was made by the Obamas. I don't know how true that is. I looked at the credits in the beginning and the ones at the end, and I have to admit something even with that first. I could be easily distracted. So the credits were going, and I didn't really get to see all of it, but the bulk of what I saw, I did not see the Obama's name in anything. So if somebody's able to confirm that, let me know. But I'm telling y'all, if you saw the very beginning part of this here thing, let me move this to, oh, because somebody's in here and I'm not feeling whoever this person is. Okay, there we go. So it was somebody on Instagram. We don't want no crazies in here, even though conspiracy theorists are kind of considered to be a little crazy. I am unapologetically conspiracy. I don't want to say conspiracy field, but I am a conspiracy theorist. I'm not ashamed of it. To me, it's fun. It's interesting. I love being able to get information, debunking it, confirming it, whatever the case may be. That's me. I'm all for it. So there's that part. Now, let me say this also. You might see me sweating, y'all. I have hot flashes happening, and no amount of air can help me for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's just, so if you see me sweating, that's what it is. It's not that my house is hot. I'm hot. Okay. After you saw the credits in the very beginning, it talked about this is a such and such a production. This is a this production. This is a da-da-da production. Then the scene after that, what's the first thing y'all saw? What did it look like? What is the first thing y'all saw? The first thing I saw, it looked like it was an eclipse. That was the first thing I saw. Okay. Now let me say this. If you have not seen it yet and you have sensitive ears, meaning you are you don't like profanity and stuff like that, I will let you know there's some profanity in this movie. Even the song in the beginning has a little bit of cursing in it. It's not a lot of cursing, but it is some in there. I just want to make sure I put that out there too. But yeah, people, I believe there was some Easter eggs in this movie. Shout out to Texas Pete. They ain't paying me for this, but I'm about to put some on my popcorn. I believe that there were some Easter eggs in this movie. What is the first scene? What was the thing that happened in the first scene? Did y'all catch that? And how that relates to us today? In the very first scene, there was an oil rig, or it looked like a cargo ship, that lost power. Okay, see, told y'all we're gonna talk about it. It lost power and ran up on the beach. Did something like that not just happen, y'all? Listen, I am currently on Conspiracy Avenue. It's a cul-de-sac. So I just drove up in there. I just parked a little piece. We gonna talk, and don't worry, I'm gonna circle back out of Conspiracy Avenue and we going back on Reality Street. But for just a moment, we're on Conspiracy Avenue. Was that not the first scene? Did y'all see that? In the very first scene, it was a car. Well, it wasn't a cargo ship. I think it was like an oil rig, but about the size of a cargo ship. Y'all saw it. Lost power. Ran on up on the beach. The very, very first, in the very beginning, right after the 3 little credits, showing who it was a production of, how, who was producing this thing, it showed us what looked like an eclipse. Then we got the boat that loses the power. Now, I'm going to tell you something else that I thought was very interesting. And I was talking to some people about this. There's a scene in there also where the man is driving a car because after some weird stuff happened, the husband says, okay, I'm going to go look for a newspaper and go see if I can find some people that can explain to us what's going on. And now this is the part right here that I thought was very interesting. On the way trying to find whatever, he's kind of freaking out. He's kind of in his own head a little bit. But on his way out there is a Spanish woman who is on the side of the road that tries to flag him down. She finally flags him down. She doesn't speak any English, but she's just going, da, 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 da. She going. He's like, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand Spanish, da, 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 da. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. I thought it was really peculiar because of what the lady was saying. Now, if you're not fluent in Spanish, you may want to try to look it up or whatever the case may be to confirm what I'm getting ready to tell y'all. Now, I'm not fluent in Spanish. I just know a few words. So I did my very best. But I wrote down what she said. And I'm going to tell you something that I think is really, y'all, oh my goodness. It's so weird because they could have had anybody play this part. I'm stuck on why would they choose a Spanish-speaking person to play this particular part. Now, I have nothing against Spanish people, obviously. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But here's where I'm getting with that. The things that she said was very important to the movie. Why have it where the bulk of the people watching this movie would never understand what she's saying? I think it's a conspiracy in that little piece by itself. The fact that it was a Spanish woman and the fact that she knew so much going on, and this man was like, but he was so freaked out. Instead of him helping her, he left her there. But let me tell you what she said. Okay. When he pulls up to her, he finally rolls down the window. This is what she said. Thank God I found you. I'm trying to get back home. Now, those who speak Spanish, I may be a little wrong with some of my words, but I think I got the gist of it. Okay. Thank God I found you. I'm trying to get back home. I don't know if she said side swiped or sidetracked. She said, I've been walking for a while. She then asked to use his phone. Okay. Now she's saying all this stuff frantic. So half of her words aren't coming through too clear or whatever the case may be, because to him, he's like, wait, slow down. I don't know what you're saying. And the fact that she's freaking out is making him freak out. Okay. So she then asks to use his phone. She then proceeds to say, you're the first person I've seen all day. Okay. Now check this next part out. She says, we have to get out of here. If you speak Spanish and you've seen this movie, please put in the description whether I'm right or wrong with these words. I'm telling y'all. She says, we have to get out of here. I just saw a plane spraying red gas in the area. Okay. She said, but I also saw some deer, more than 50, that came out of the forest. Now, by this time, remember that the little girl had already seen, the daughter, she had already seen some deer come out of the forest. Y'all, all this ties into real life stuff. Have we not been seeing animals do some really weird stuff lately? I'm talking about over the past few days. Have we not seen some animals do some really crazy stuff lately? Have we not just had a big old boat lose power? Do we not have a total solar eclipse? about to pop off. Solar or lunar? Whatever it is. It's an eclipse and it's a total one. Getting to pop off. Okay. This is what else she said. Please, sir, I need to return to my house, sir. Then she said a military plane appeared and fled. And there's no one here. It will be a chemical attack, is what she said. I'm talking about in the movie. I don't want nobody to flag my stuff. It's in the movie. She said it will be a chemical attack. Please don't leave me here, sir. I'm scared and I don't want to be alone. Sir, I don't want to be alone. That's what she said. So in that part right there, that is very key. It threw me for a loop because I kept listening to the words and I said, okay, I got to play it really slow to try to figure this thing out. She said it's going to be a chemical attack. Now, here's where I said they got to come out with a part 2 because I want to know, how does she know this? Y'all, how does she know that? Throughout the movie, what we also see is that they're not taking this little girl seriously because she's considered young and insignificant. If you'll notice throughout the whole movie, not even pertaining to what this girl's been saying, she's been seeing, they really haven't been paying attention to her. Is that not the type of stuff that we have going on in our lives today? People saying, and I'm not trying to make this no church thing, this ain't a church thing, but even with people who are speaking, this is what the Lord is showing me. People ain't paying attention. This little girl caught on to something before the adults caught on to it. Okay. It's something that Marshala, y'all know the black guy that worked on the board. He ended up coming back to the house with his daughter, and he said that this is actually our house. Him, I know his real name. I can't remember what his name is in it. I think it was GH, something like that. But he said, I should have known that this was coming. He was like, I should have known that this was coming. And the lady was like, well, what do you mean? He said, because, in other words, all I had to do was look at the market. Now, pause right there. I'm going to tell you something that I have learned. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. I'm going to tell you something that I learned. I figured this thing out. If you don't have the right people with you that are connected to the right people, that's connected to the right people that know what's going on, all you have to do is watch what the rich people do. Do y'all remember? I want to say it was about 2 years ago. It was on the news for about a week and it stopped. Not even a whole week. I want to say it was on the news for probably about 3 days, 2-3 days. And I haven't heard about it since. You may still be able to Google it if they have not found a way to get it off the internet. A lot of people started complaining about Kim Kardashian making too much noise in her yard. They had too much construction going on. Everybody kept saying she's renovating her house. She's renovating her house. Da, 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 da. But a drone flew over and said, no, they're not doing anything to the house. It's something they're doing underground. And word came back, she was building a bunker. Y'all. She was building an underground bunker. She ain't the only one. There are many millionaires and billionaires who are out there building bunkers. I know. I'm not doing this for likes and stuff. This is just me just sharing part of my hobby with people outside of my friends. That's all I'm doing, y'all. It's for entertainment purposes only. Let me put that out there. Entertainment purposes only. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better catch this. I ain't never seen nothing like that before ever in my life. Think about it, y'all. they're either moving away, purchasing private islands that nobody knows where the island is. We just heard that they're purchasing the island. Don't nobody know how to get there. Don't nobody know where it is. People making trips to Antarctica. I thought Antarctica was off bounds. I thought can't nobody move there. Y'all, I'm just sharing what me and my peoples are talking about. Two of them was like, I mean, one of them I haven't gotten a chance to ask her yet, but the other two was like, no, I'm not going up there, sis. This is something we talk about amongst ourselves, and people might think we crazy. And also, I just want to know how many people out there probably think the same thing. That's all I just wanted to know. How many people out there think the same thing? I don't know. I got a couple of text messages. I'm not gonna say your name. Not gonna say your name. One person is actually a family member of mine. She said, "Girl, don't let them people come after you." The other person, let me pull it up. Wait a minute, what just say? Oh, wait. It's through Messenger. What did they say? Hold on, wait. Where's my message? Oh, there it is. Hold on, it's taking a while to pull up. Oh. She said, check this out. Oh, she's sharing something with me. NATO told people to prepare. I ain't see that. Anybody else see that? Hold on. We finna Google this. She said NATO told people to prepare. Wait a minute. NATO, let me see, tells people to prepare. I'm gonna see if this is true. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at this off because it's a video popping up. I'm gonna have to look at this off. Okay. Y'all tell me, did y'all see anything about that? She said NATO was telling people to prepare. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna check that out. I don't want to give any. She did give me some more information after that, but I don't want to give anything wrong. You know what I mean? I don't want to say anything wrong. That's crazy. And the person that sent that to me, I don't want to say too much, but I'll say I'll trust what she says. I'll say that, and she's telling me delete this. I can't delete it yet. Wait a minute. Let me screenshot it. And then I'll do that. There we go. So yeah. Y'all, something I'm telling y'all, I've learned. Even if you don't know exactly what's going on, look at what some of the rich people do. Look at what some of the things that they do. And there's a whole lot of millionaires and billionaires. And when I say man, I'm talking about multi-millionaires are building bunkers. We even got a couple of billionaires trying to figure out how to go live out in space. I'm like, is it that bad? Is something that bad getting to pop off? Talk to me. I mean, I know I'm covered by the blood anyway. I told you I like this. This is fun for me though. I'm not scared. You know what I mean? I'm covered by the blood. I'm not worried about that. But it is interesting to me how something can happen, or people know that something's going to happen, but they don't warn people. Let me rephrase that, because something I realize is that they tell us without telling us. Some people do tell us without telling us. It's sort of like if you're inside of, I was gonna say church, but I say, let's say for instance you're in school and you talking, and one of your friends sits by the door and sees that your mom is coming up the hallway, and they look at you and they're like, and you don't listen. You just like just to go in there, and they looking outside like, I can't say it out loud because the teacher looking right in my face, but I'm looking at you and I'm trying to give you hints like, then all of a sudden the mama come and you look at your friend like, well, why you ain't tell me? And they're like, I was doing like, and I do like, I wonder if it's the same way with us. How many of us actually see signs, see things happening? I mean, outside the realm of the Holy Spirit telling you that, because on that level, God already showed a lot of us a lot of things anyway. So we've already been preparing, and we've been trying to tell people. People don't listen. But just with your natural eye, we're actually in a place now where you don't even have to have a divine connection to see something coming up the line, something coming up the river. Let me point out a couple of other things that I saw, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay. Let's see. So, did y'all see the scene where the cars were driving by themselves? Towards the end of the movie, you find out, you have a general idea of what actually happened. And so GH is pretty much explaining to them that I should have known, you know what I'm saying, by looking at the market. And one of my friends that I guess he helped him with investments or whatever like that, he said he told him that there was something that really scared him. Now we're talking about a multi-millionaire was scared about something. He was like, what is it? And he said it was something that could take the whole country down, but it's the most cost-effective way of doing it. It was just a matter of time for it to happen and all this other stuff. He said, but it really scared him. He said the fact that it scared him should have been enough for him to say, wait a minute, I need to probably prepare too. Now, here's where my thing is. If the powers that be made this movie, we're talking about the Obamas, if they really made this movie, because at first I was like, well, why wouldn't they at least try to help people or something like that? Truth be told, there would be chaos. If you look at how crazy people went behind a certain, I'm not going to mention the name, person who became a leader. And this person, whether right or wrong, people were following this person like they will follow this person to the gates of hell. And I'm like, how do you not see? Now, well, I can't say that because I don't want to get political. I had a problem with the person in the beginning, but not so much to the point where I would or would not have voted for that person. Let me say it like that. But after all this stuff started coming out, I'm like, okay, I can at least say, dude, you did wrong. You were wrong. No, he ain't do wrong. How do you think? What would make you, to me, that was absolutely mind-boggling to me. That was mind-boggling to me. Absolutely crazy. So, well, I'm going to jump off that soapbox. I'll say this. If you have not seen the movie yet, go check out the movie. The scene at the very end, I thought was like, okay, come on now, y'all. If y'all can't see that they trying, how could you not see that they're trying to tell us something? How could you not see that they are trying to tell you, pay attention. Some things could happen. This, and this. If this happened, prepare yourself. Not only that, I'm getting word from a friend of mine. She's telling me, and I'm going to look it up. She said NATO actually did a news conference and was telling people to prepare for certain things. I'm going to have to check it out. I'm going to have to check it out. When I find the clips or whatever like that, I'm going to send it to y'all so you can check it out yourself. But I think it's absolutely like, y'all need to check out that movie. It's too much of a coincidence to be a coincidence. Self-driving cars, because people took over the grid, had control over Wi-Fi, the internet. They were driving the vehicles. Y'all took over the satellite. And I'm hoping I don't get flagged for this. Now I'm thinking about it. It's in the movie. You can't flag me. It's in the movie. Y'all don't get me in trouble. It's in the movie. I'm just saying. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off here, y'all. I just wanted to share a little something with y'all. I'm telling y'all, something. Put it like this. At the end of the movie, he was saying that there are 3 stages to destabilizing a country. I'm not going to say what it is up here. But in the movie, he said there's 3 things to destabilize a country. He said, and from the looks of it, that's exactly what they did to us. From the looks of it, that's exactly what they did. Because if you take away, understand this, we have a whole generation that was birthed into social media, birthed into internet, birthed into Wi-Fi. Popcorn generation. No pun intended. But they got to have it like this. They don't really know. They know the struggle as far, I would say, from an emotional standpoint, because you have social media bullies and stuff like that. So there's a struggle with that. But as far as physically, like, bruh, y'all know what I'm saying. He said, I saw it. He said, a while ago, before all this happened, I looked at the market and I knew something was coming. I'm going to say that again. I saw it a while ago, before all this happened. He said, I looked at the market and I knew something was coming. How many of us, based off of the past, we could say the market showed us that that inflation was taking place, that there was going to be chaos in a certain area, that it was going to be, the cost of living was going to shift over here. How many of us could say, yeah, honestly, if I had looked at the market, I would have seen that was coming in a few months? We saw that Archie, which was the son, he ended up developing some type of sickness, and we think that it might have been Lyme disease because he was bit by a bug. But they literally almost lost this kid because they didn't have medications. I think that was telling us, be careful because there's more diseases coming. I told y'all I'm a conspiracy. This is conspiracy. This is just for fun, for entertainment purposes only. I do have to say that because I don't want nobody coming after me. Something that the man said at the end, who was the contractor for GH, he said, we made a lot of enemies around the world. Maybe they all decided to team up. He said, we made a lot of enemies around the world. Maybe they all decided to team up. Keep on thinking that stuff can't happen to us. A lot of us around here thinking because we the U.S. can't nothing happen. We done did some stupid stuff, let alone to our own people. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get on up off here, y'all. Finish up my popcorn, and I'm gonna see if I can find this information that my friend was talking about pertaining to NATO. Y'all take a look at it, Google it, see if y'all can find something as well. But she said that NATO actually sent out a warning for all of us, and I think that's quite interesting. Quite interesting. All right, folks. Well, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Thank y'all so much for chiming in. Those who have chimed in for the live, those who would catch the recording afterwards. If this wasn't all that to you, I get it. It's quite all right. No big. It's all right. You can let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, folks. Catch y'all on the flip side. Appreciate your support. Love you. Peace.